I'm currently thinking about impermanence and death as I sit here in a guillotine that may or may not be working at a heavy metal festival in Copenhagen, Denmark. I've been going on a little bit of a spiritual journey as of recent. I have barely been looking at my phone. My screen time is down to I want to say an hour, and I don't know how it's possible. I really thought my neurons were cooked in an insane way. You always see people say you need a dopamine detox, it'll fix everything. I thought I was so far past the point of that even being possible. I thought if I were to take my phone away for even an hour, I would start shaking and convulsing, and that would kill me. I would detox from life. But matter of fact, over the past few weeks, I have been seeing the world, seeing it all, and I have actually been able to dopamine detox. I don't really know what I'm detoxing from, basically just what's on my phone. And I know that's really ironic coming from someone who is recording this with a phone and holding another iPhone. And maybe you've thought to yourself as you've watched my content before, then why do you have two different phones? Here's the thing. I dropped this one and cracked the screen, and Apple, when I went to upgrade to the new one, they didn't take in my old one for the trade-in. They sent it the fuck back, and now I have two iPhones. I actually had three, but I gave one to my mom, and it was the same thing with a previous iPhone, so I gave that phone to my mom. So I did have three at one point. I did feel like Greta Thunberg cried every night and cursed my name out. But anyways, what prompted me to want to do this? Also, I'm really sorry if the rock music is a little bit too loud in the background. I went and saw Poppy. I didn't realize she was doing rock music. I remember her from that one meme where she's with Grimes and she's I don't like you, Poppy. Okay, hold on. I'll go to a quieter place. Let me exit the guillotine. Oh my god. All right. Essentially, there's two ways of looking at this little thing, this little box, this little piece of metal and glass and lithium battery that we carry around all the time. You can look at it for the technological marvel that it is. You can do literally anything on this. In 10 seconds, I could order a hitman or a burger or a car or book of it is almost paralysis of choice sometimes when I pick up my phone and I think about all the things I can do with it. And then on the other hand, there is the fear of that, the frighteningness. What the hell just something just moved to the side of me. The utter sheer horror of the fact that you can do anything on your phone. You could take a picture of the front of your house, people could come and kill you. That you could get a text from a loved one saying that, or from the police saying they were in an accident. It is too much. It's paralysis of fear, I would say. And I have been, let's say, a little bit on the side of scared of my phone. Maybe not a little bit, very much on the side of scared of my phone. And this is nothing new. I'm sure this is something that every single person struggles with, and I am not unique in struggling with this. So I thought maybe it could help that I talk about this. And this is nothing new as well. I feel we have beat, out of all the horses that have been beat to death, this is one of the highest ones. Complaining about my fucking iPhone, which in and of itself is the most annoying thing to hear. Oh, my iPhone 16 Pro Max is making me sad. But I want to put it into the context of how I feel about my phone personally. I remember so vividly in, I think it was 6th grade. I was one of the first people to get an iPhone. No, I was the first person at my school to get an iPhone. Really showing how fucking old I am now. But it was the iPhone 4. Who remembers? Hey guys, what are we on now? The 16th iPhone? It was the iPhone 4. I waited in line outside the Apple store. I think I got up at 5 in the morning. Me and my dad went, and we waited for the first day launch. I can't even remember why this one was so hyped up. iPhone was not even anywhere near the popularity that it was now. Most people were on a fucking Android. It was BlackBerry. It was literally BlackBerry phones before this one. But I remember, so I got that phone and I was so gassed. Like, I just like from a technological standpoint, I was like, this changes the fucking game. What do you mean there's like 3 buttons on it and that's it? And like it was a touch screen. I'd never owned something with a touch screen before. And so I was so excited, and I brought it to school. I literally remember I think it came with FaceTime right when it was released, and that was like not a thing either. Like, you could not FaceTime someone from a fucking phone. So I remember FaceTiming like my cousin, and like for literally a week I was so popular in my middle school because I was like, I have an iPhone and you have a fucking ladybug phone. There used to be this phone called like a ladybug phone, and it would like let you call the police and your mom, and that was it. And that was what half the kids. And then here I was with an iPhone that you could search the internet on. Anyways, and also just from an internet standpoint, I was so online from such an early age, like not pre-social media, but like, what do they call it? Like Web 2, where, isn't it like Web 1 was like data on the internet, and then Web 2 was like websites, and Web 3 was like social media or something, or maybe I fucking added one. I can't remember. But I was so online. I loved everything about it. It was like the most magical place. And now I look at the internet and I look at my phone and I want to never be on it ever again. I want to grind my phone up into dust, and I want to delete my presence off of social media 90% of the time. And I think I've kind of let that hatred and contempt for it seep into my subconsciousness for a while, but never really process what that means, because it was truly one of the loves of my life. And here I will sit sounding crazy, cuckoo bonkers, that I could possibly love the internet and I could possibly love my phone, but genuinely it was a love when I was first introduced to it. The first few FaceTimes I would make with my friends, going on fucking Club Penguin. But that internet and that era of using my iPhone is gone. It is dead and fucking gone. And it feels a little weird to say that, because all the things that I once enjoyed still exist. So in theory, I could still use the internet exactly how I did as a 10-year-old child. I could still go on Club Penguin fucking Remix or whatever it's called. I could, I could boot up, like, Alpha Minecraft and have fun on that. But I feel like I would be cosplaying the past and dwelling in the past. And as much enjoyment as it gives me to revel in nostalgia, I don't think that's what I want to do with my life forever. So I look at the internet now and I think about how horrendous it is. And I've gone through periods of being successfully disconnected from it for periods of time. Like, literally, I will just make my little videos on Final Cut Pro, upload it, and then turn my phone off and not look at it. And I think about the times that I was doing that successfully. Mind you, those times were like a week and a half. And it was so beautiful. Guys, it was so beautiful. Like, the air smelled fucking crisper, and the tap water tasted clearer. See, I meant to switch those. The air smelled clear and the water tasted crisper. Whatever. But I'm doing it now. I'm doing it again, and it is insane how beneficial and beautiful it has been for my mental health. Oh my God. Like, even days that I had a day today which normally would send me over the edge. I can't even get into the amount of things that happened today. I got lost at fucking sea in a boat, literally in a raft, lost at sea, paddling for my fucking life, and it was like I had a beta blocker. Like, my heart rate was steady. I was like, well, let's just find our way back to shore. I'm literally not speaking figuratively. Like, literally lost at fucking sea. So I was trying to think. It almost dawned on me. I was like, wow, this would have actually sent me over the edge a couple weeks ago. And I'm really realizing, I'm putting two and two together, that it really, guys, I'm going to hold your hand while I say this, it really is that damn phone. It really is that damn phone. It really is that damn phone. We still have caveman brains, and I'm just speaking completely pseudo-scientifically right now, but probably correct, probably accurate. We still have the brains of a fucking caveman, and we were only meant to see and process the information of like 100 people around us. Constantly hearing every single thing on the internet has been frying my fucking neuroreceptors. So when did I like kind of stop? I think it's like been 2 weeks now. What day is it today? This is the most current of a podcast episode I've been. It's Wednesday. Me checking my phone. Where's your watch? I thought you never use your phone. Listen, I still use it for the base activities. I got this bitch on airplane mode 99% of the time, but I need my calculator sometimes, and I do text people because not everything on this is evil. I will get to that in a second. But it's been like 2 weeks now, and holy smokes. Ow, I just felt a insane pressure behind my eye. How come no one ever gets eye cancer? Like eyeball cancer. Anyways. And so I'm trying to think the last like kind of thing I saw. And listen, there have been slight relapses. I have been sent like a Instagram reel to which I would open, and then it does a thing where it like starts sending, like showing you more and more Instagram reels, and your like monkey brain just keeps scrolling and you forget why. But I guess I'll walk you through how I kind of disconnected. So first, the main thing was, what do you call it? The fucking screen time limits. Setting screen time limits for myself has done wonders. And I have had a limit set since like 2021, but I know the password. So like I will just type it in because I know the password. So what do I do now is I set it to like 5 minutes per app. And then whenever, by the way, this is a DVD box set that I got of Lars von Trier's Reget, I don't know how to say it. Also got this, went to the Lars von Trier fucking exhibit at Nicolaj Kunstklage. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know if there's like a rolling tray, but this is still from one of my favorite movies, Melancholia. Nicolaj Kunstal. Yes. Loving Europe, guys. Anyways, I set my limit to like 5 minutes, and then I changed the password to the last 4 digits of like the nearest barcode. So this isn't what it is, but this is 5305. So I would go into the settings, set my new passcode. I go 5305. Then I would close my eyes and try and think of a random number. I'd be like 4832323142 till I try and mess myself up, and eventually I would forget the number that I just entered. But then I would keep the barcode around me so I could reset it if I like actually really needed it. If I like accidentally like made like an AI freaking picture of my meat and I needed to deal with that on like Instagram, I could like go into it. That was the craziest slap of my knee. So next, the mental addiction that you have to your phone does not go away immediately, okay? It's not like you just shut your phone off and then you're like, la-dee-dee, la-dee-da. No. So you have to slowly find ways to reappropriate your time on your phone. The way I did this was doing other things that were not harmful to my brain while on my phone. For example, reading book. Guys, who would have thought of this? Reading book on phone. But this genuinely fixed everything. So you can set like a little reading limit, or a reading goal on like the iBooks app, and I have been doing that, and I love a challenge. I love an achievement. So we're talking an hour and a half on that motherfucker. So my screen time actually is up, but it's literally just the book app. And then slowly that weans you off. It's like when they give like drug addicts like little bits of their drugs so that they can like slowly wean off of it. That is what being on the iBooks app has been doing for me. Because I'll be on it like around the same amount of time, but it's like for a different reason, and it's like stimulating my brain in a different way. And then what do you know? I'm suddenly not wanting to be on it, or unless I'm really into that book, then I'm like, okay, where's my goddamn iPhone? But like, it's almost like that's the way like Apple intended. And I know, here's me playing devil's advocate for Apple, like $1 trillion company, but sometimes when I watch those keynotes, which I used to love because I was such an Apple geek growing up, still am to this day in some ways, but I remember like the way they would use their phones and any Apple technology in those damn Apple keynotes made it look so, I was like, I want my life to look like this. Like, you know, when they're like walking around and they have like their AirPods in and they're in like a perfect park in like Cupertino, California, and they're like their contacts list looks like beautiful. It's like everyone has like a beautiful headshot, like 4K picture, and not a single text in their messages has like a spelling error. I'm like, that's how I want to use my phone. And like, they're living like a beautiful life. Like, they just get back from the beach fucking surfing and they're like, time to check my iPhone. I have a text message from Janet Eunice. Hey, okay, I don't want to activate her. Hey, Beery. Shouldn't go off. Text Joyce that I'm having a great time. Seeing the kids soon. Like, that's how I want to be using iPhone. So this really makes me think about, I went on this tour of Hasidic Jews in Williamsburg and how they lived, and they have their own little like kosher phone. Like, it's like a special phone with like special apps that are kosher to Hasidic Jewish religion or culture. I don't know which part that falls under, but it was like apps that are deemed kosher, and like, so they literally had certain games that were like kosher, and that's like literally how I've been using my phone. So like, iMessage, kosher, because hey, we love texting our loved ones and friends. Duh. Email, not kosher. Oh my god, what the hell is that? Because most of my emails now stress me out. And this is a side tangent. Used to love email. I have had very few fucking fun emails come through recently, and it's starting to piss me off. Like, 1 out of 200 emails will be like something that I actually want to see now. And I've been signed up for so many spam. I don't know what happened. Okay. YouTube. This one is on the fence. I'm going to say this is kosher to an extent. A lot of good stuff that I like watching on here, but you know, you can go down a rabbit hole as anything. iPhotos app, kosher. Actually, matter of fact, therapeutic. Going back and just seeing what the fuck you were up to like a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago in your iPhotos app is a beautiful experience. I don't think there's anything bad. It's actually enriching using the iPhones app. And honestly, as I go through these, I'm realizing that like using your phone in this way is actually beneficial, as God and Apple and Steve Jobs intended. It is actually beneficial to your life. It can actually be beneficial to your life. Like, can actually be healthy. Clock app, healthy, hell yeah. Notes, weather, yup, like kosher. Phone, Although I will say, I'm on the fence about FaceTime. I sometimes me and my friends will just have like a 6-hour Fortnite like digital goon sesh. Not literally, but like just like 6 hours of FaceTime and Fortnite where it's like, okay, we need to stop that. Safari, not kosher. Because I have refused to download the Twitter app, but the few times where I need to go on Twitter, I go on my Safari to get to Twitter, and we're not fucking with that. Camera roll, hell yeah. Music, Spotify, turn it up. Those are good apps. Letterbox, I'm on the fence about. Maps app, yup, love. I have just found myself scrolling through the Maps app. Like, it's my new Instagram Reels. Let me say real quick, like, what was I? Letterbox. I was gonna rant about that. I'm still on the fence about it. I think there's days where I'm like, I watch a movie and I'm like, thank God Letterboxd exists so I can say my thoughts about it. And then other days where I'm like, I maybe just watched this movie just so I could put it on Letterboxd to look like a pretentious dickhead. So it goes both ways. It's a love-hate relationship, but hey, some of the best things in life are love-hate. And I would say overall, This'll do, Hickey, is love hate. The back camera, you can't really see in the darkness, but is broken, which is starting to piss me off because I'm filming. Hey, film all my videos on here. Back camera's broken. Do people? I have fucking Apple Care. Hey, I've just paid for Apple Care for the past like 5 years. Let me take it to there. Sorry. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Am I probably missing out on things by not being on my phone? Yes. Probably a lot. Oh, I also forgot to say one more thing I enjoy doing that is kosher. That is awesome. Crosswords. Me when I'm 80 years old. Crosswords. Love the New York Times crossword. Love the spelling bee. Love the mini crossword. Hey, Wordle, classic, connections. Yup. Also, they're rolling out like a leaderboard update for all the games, but I haven't gotten it yet. But the second I will be sharing it with y'all. That's going to be the final social media that I'll be using is the New York Times crossword leaderboard. Now, am I going to eat my words in the future and look like an idiot and be on my phone so much in the future? Yes. But I'm damn well going to find ways to do this. So, for example, I have 5 minutes on each app, on TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, that I can use up for the day. And you know what? I will say, some days I get close to using up those 5 minutes. I get crazy. I will hit 3 minutes or 4 minutes. But the goal is to hit 0. But most of the time that I use those few minutes is to like, because sometimes I forget that I have 12 million TikTok followers, and sometimes I realize it becomes increasingly apparent whenever someone comes up to me in public and they're like, I haven't seen you since 2020, and I'm like, oh, that would be because you probably only follow me. It's like, in my mind, I'm a YouTuber, forgot that I have been on TikTok ever at some point, and I realized that a good few million people have only ever seen me on TikTok, and the second I stop posting on there frequently, I cease to exist for them. So it is a funny reality where I'm reminded of that when people come up to me in public and say like, why don't you post anymore? I haven't seen you in 5 years. I'm like, oh, that part. So ironically, I want to get back on my TikTok grind. I'm gonna start posting TikToks again, I think. In fact, I want to start posting more, which sounds so crazy to say, but it's like, now that I have 5 minutes a day, it's not like brainless activity. It's like I have to use those 5 minutes not even to consume. Like, I have those 5 minutes to like post to TikTok, and that's it. And I have to make them fucking count. And even if you're not like a content creator and you don't use TikTok in that way, you're not making a video or making any content online, if you only have 5 minutes, 5 fucking minutes, you're gonna use those 5 minutes fucking well. And I will also say, I feel like when I get on TikTok and I haven't been on it for a while, like say it's been like a week or something, the videos that they give me, the first like videos are so good and so funny. Like, it really is when you scroll through TikTok for hours and hours that you're like watching like horrible brain rot content. But like those first 10 videos hit like fucking crack. I'm like, this is why I downloaded it. And it's like all things are good in moderation. Okay, you don't gotta go cold turkey on throwing your phone out the window. Like, listen, as much as I want to be a Luddite, especially with like new technologies like AI, ChatGPT, I want to bury my head in the fucking sand and never interact with it ever. Alas, I won't be able to. You can't even go through a Wendy's drive-thru without like having to interact with AI as it takes your goddamn order as someone is placed on fucking like unemployment because AI is cheaper than like a human. But I don't need to be like that for everything. I can dabble. Now, mind you, most of what I've been looking at online is just like my friends' Finstas and like friends' Instagram stories. So like, I don't know what the fuck is like, what's trending, guys. Hey, what's trending online? Would love to know. But would I? I don't think I would. I can feel my attention span growing in a crazy way. Like the way I'm able to, I fucking raw dogged like a damn near 10-hour flight from Hong Kong to Vancouver. I watched like one movie. Didn't even connect to the airplane Wi-Fi. Hello! If I tried that 2 months ago, I would be yanking on the goddamn emergency exit door on the plane. Side note, as much as I've been doing traveling, holy fuck, I'm getting more and more scared of planes. I saw like on the news on one of the TVs on the airport, like as I was boarding, they were like, Air India flight crashed. As I was getting on a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Not an 11A either. So, I thought I had a tick on me. It was just a scab. Sorry. That's gross. Hey, that's fucking gross to share with you. As I pick my scab off. Ah! Loving life, guys. And I know, I'm sitting here having my Euro summer fantasy, from a very privileged position as I pick my scab. But let me say, I truly think that the phone is poison to all of us. One of the last Instagram reels I saw was of that like Jewish kid being like, I love the phone. It's a magnificent marvel of an invention. And like, I don't know, I've seen it so many times. But I feel like him, and I relate to him, and I fucking agree with him. It is a marvelous invention, but maybe taking some time off from it. Maybe not being on it all the time is beautiful. If you can take away one thing from me, is to just, you don't even gotta go cold turkey. You don't even gotta like quit upright. Just try and be more conscious about what you're using your phone for. What really was like a watershed moment for me was trying to like every 10 minutes think about what I just looked at on my phone and think about why I looked at it. And I find myself just thinking, why am I on like some random person's TikTok profile because they like are posting Family Guy clips with like the Minecraft fucking speed running, which I didn't even think people were still hey, it's 2025 and people are still posting that, and I was still falling for it. And I had a watershed moment. I was like, I didn't enjoy any minute of the last hour and a half on my phone. So now, mind you, haven't been back home since quitting my phone in this way. So like, Lord knows, once I get like absolutely fucking bored out of my mind, who knows what will happen. Like I'm in fucking Copenhagen right now. I could walk down the street and be at like an amusement park or like see fun Danish people. What the fuck am I gonna do when I'm like in my apartment with black mold and the voices come back? I don't know. But I'm hoping the resilience that I've built in my head will carry through. And I won't be, and we'll make it through. So, maybe it's just, and here's the last thing. I kind of wonder, am I like overly sensitive to this? Because I feel kind of crazy doing this. I feel like most people like don't have this problem as much as I do, or maybe they do and they don't realize it, or maybe they're on. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm overreacting by doing this. But just with how I felt dropping it and barely being on my phone, hey, it's beautiful. And I think I'm doing the right thing. I think I might start getting newspapers because I feel like I'm missing out on the news. I used to love my news app, specifically like the Apple News mini crossword and the crossword for when I would get too confused by the New York Times crossword for the day, because I feel like the Apple News crossword is a little bit easier. Niche. Y'all don't care. Shut the fuck up. But hey, like what's happening right now? Maybe I'll pick up a newspaper after this. No, I'm not. I'm going to literally the North Pole tomorrow. I don't think okay. Love y'all. Talk to you later. Goodbye.
Seems to notice something's gone missing from the cloakroom.